All right, so today we're taking a deep dive into something you guys sent in. It's actually a really short conversation.
Uh-huh.
It's just a little snippet between Emma and Alex planning a grocery trip.
Right.
But even in just these few lines, what can we find out? What can we kind of tease out of this little interaction?
Exactly. It's amazing how these everyday moments, these little snippets of conversation can reveal so much about, our choices, our preferences, the dynamics between people.
Absolutely. So let's jump right in.
Let's do it.
So right off the bat, we see Emma and Alex agreeing on a few key things. Vegetables, fruits, and milk.
The essentials, right?
Yeah, like the core grocery staples. And then they get a little more specific.
Okay.
Apples seem to be a must-have for fruit. Alex is immediately like, yep, apples.
Yeah, and I think that's interesting right there, that immediate agreement.
Yeah.
Suggests that maybe apples are a regular thing in their household,
Like a no-brainer.
A no-brainer. They both enjoy them. It's not even a question.
Yeah, no debate necessarily.
Exactly.
And then when Emma brings up vegetables, she suggests tomatoes and carrots.
Okay.
And Alex doesn't object or anything. No alternative suggestions. It's very straightforward.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty streamlined process, right?
Yeah. Makes you wonder about their usual routine. Are tomatoes and carrots just staples in their kitchen?
Right. Or does Emma usually take the lead on vegetable choices?
Yeah.
It definitely hints at some sort of established understanding between them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But then things get a little more interesting. Alex throws bread into the mix.
Oh, okay.
Which wasn't on that initial list.
Interesting. So maybe a specific craving.
Yeah. Or a sudden realization that they're out.
Right. Exactly. It shows how these lists can evolve even in the moment. Individual needs pop up.
Totally. And then the bread conversation takes a bit of a turn. They have to decide white bread or brown bread.
The age-old question.
Right. And Alex is very quick to say brown bread, it's healthier.
Interesting. So he's got a health-conscious mindset, it seems.
Yeah. It seems like he's maybe prioritizing nutrition, which, fair enough, brown bread generally seen as a healthier choice.
Absolutely. More fiber, usually.
Right. And I think this ties into a bigger conversation, too,
For sure.
This focus on health and wellness that's so prevalent today. It influences so many of our choices, even something as simple as buying bread.
Totally. Even in these tiny everyday decisions.
Yeah. So what can we take away from this very short exchange?
Yeah. Good question.
I mean, we see their clear preferences, right? The apples, the brown bread. We see those core categories. They're focused on vegetables, fruits, milk, and bread.
Essentials.
And then a little peek into how health considerations factor into their choices.
It really highlights how even in the most mundane conversations, you can find these insights into people's priorities.
Yeah.
And, the unspoken understandings between them.
Yeah. Like the fact that they agreed so easily on something, but then had this little back and forth about the bread.
Exactly. Little clues everywhere.
It tells a story, even if it's a really small one. And this just shows you how much goes into even the simplest activities.
Absolutely.
Like grocery shopping.
Yeah.
It's all about choices, big and small.
Choices.
And I think what really stood out to me was that sense of collaboration.
Oh, yeah.
Even in this brief planning session, it's not one person dictating the list. It's a back and forth.
It makes you think about your own grocery trips, right?
It does. How do you make those decisions?
How do you navigate those choices?
Exactly.
Right.
So consider this for your next grocery run, even with just a few items. All these factors are at play. Taste, health beliefs, those shared needs.
Right.
What other layers would we uncover if we looked at even more detailed lists?
Imagine a whole week's worth of meals.
Yeah. Or conversations about specific brands.
Oh, yeah. Organic versus conventional.
Right. There's so much to unpack.
It really makes you think.
It does. It gives you a lot to ponder about those everyday decisions we all make.
Food for thought.
Literally. Thanks for diving deep with us.
Always a pleasure.
We'll catch you in the next one.
See ya. Bye.